Is here. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Certainly a pleasure I've heard your name so many times when it came to Marshall coaching searches over the years. I heard your name, and you are certainly to be congratulated for finally getting what I think you have wanted for quite some time. Am I right?
No, there's no question. Worked extremely hard to become a head coach, and just having the opportunity to get it here at Marshall has been special. Growing up right down the road, I've always admired the program and thought a lot of it and had great respect for it. So to finally be the head coach, I'm really excited about it.
You were a Hurricane. I say you are a Hurricane boy. And you were in the days of I've heard people say this. You tell me if it's true. When you lived in Hurricane, growing up in high school, you had to drive to Huntington to get a hamburger.
We did. Right? There's no question. I had to watch a movie, get a hamburger, whatever. We had to come all the way to Huntington.
So you've seen Hurricane really blossom. I mean, people in Hurricane can stay right there in Hurricane now. You got just a little bit of everything.
There's no question. You got a Geno's there now and a McDonald's and the whole deal. They got it made, I guess. But,
got a wave pool, I guess, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do a little swimming. So take me back to the early days then. You did some work at West Virginia. You departed West Virginia and you went to North Carolina State. Is that right?
That is correct.
And then to Florida,
University of Florida,
and then back for a year in West Virginia.
Correct, and on to here, which is great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is that the way you had it all planned out at the beginning?
Well,
1979, you said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to North Carolina, and then I'm going to go to Florida, and then I'm going to come back to West Virginia for a year and go to Marshall.
Well, but in this business, I've been very fortunate, to be honest. A lot of coaches that have coached as long as I've coached, and I've had 3 great jobs, and this being the 4th.
And worked for some great people.
And worked for some great people, and, that being said, if you're in this profession for 25 to 30 years, normally you have a lot more jobs than that. Yeah. So I've been very fortunate and now blessed to have the opportunity to be the head coach at Marshall.
Now, Doc, here's a question for you that I know is probably on everyone's mind, so I just want to go ahead and ask it. When you make a coaching change, and for you, you've had several jobs, and in your jobs, you wear a lot of logo wear. As for instance, Doc this morning is wearing a Marshall shirt, as he should, because he's the head coach of the football team. So when you have these jobs and you have all of these logo clothes, I'm assuming you wouldn't wear them anymore. So where do they go?
Well, you know what? That normally happens when people find out you're leaving and going elsewhere. They're lined up at your door the next day. So, I've had, normally you just leave them on the steps and somebody picks them up.
Yeah, you're just hoping that there's somebody in your neighborhood that is the right size that can take them.
There's no question. But my son, of course, played at Florida when I was there, so the Florida was easy because we just gave them all to him and he gave them to his buddies.
Doc Holliday is here from the Marshall Thundering Herd. We're back with more in a moment on Magic 97.9.